Hello, my name is Maria Tudor, and I have a word for you specific for today. Always having hope. I was meditating on some verses yesterday, which are from Psalm 71, 15 and 16, but I will start in 14. You will understand why. But as for me, I shall always have hope. I will praise you more and more. From here comes the title and the essence, the content, which is very important for you in this sense, for this purpose, for having hope all the time. Because sometimes you may feel like you are in lack of hope. You are like you don't know where you are. You need some refreshment in your direction, in your encouragement, in your general way of walking with God. So in verse 15 it says, "My mouth will tell of your righteousness, of your salvation all day long, though I know not its measure. My mouth will tell of your righteousness, of your salvation all day long, though I know not its measure." And what struck me from this verse is the fact that, not the fact that my mouth will tell of God's righteousness and of his salvation, like testifying about him all day long to others and in praise, but the fact that I do not know its measure. I do not know the measure of God's righteousness and salvation. And it's about his character, but also about what he did for me and he will do for me in this area of him being just towards me and saving me. So he not only saved me on the cross, and in my experience when I apply what he did for me, but also in situations, and not only what he did. And it's like I don't know the measure in which he will save me, in which he is capable to save me and to bring justice. And I read in a book about someone who is an influencer today, but who had some tough experience in the past. And the thing that helped her was the fact that he learned that God will repay her for what happened to her. He will repay her. And God doesn't have measures, He goes far and beyond anything we can imagine or dream or think of. So that's awesome that if I don't know the measure of what he will do for me in terms of justice and salvation, that's amazing. I want to have a glimpse of what he will do for me and to use what he gave me, the gifts and the weapons, to tap into what he's about to do for me, what he wants to do for me. Wow. And the second thing is from verse 16, which says, "I will come and proclaim your mighty acts, O sovereign Lord. I will proclaim your righteousness, yours alone." So, you know that the Bible says that it's good to remember what God did for you in the past, because this will encourage you for the future, that he is able and willing to do this in the future. "I will come and proclaim your mighty act, O sovereign Lord." He is sovereign. The one who is sovereign is doing that mighty acts. And here we come at the point that meant very much for me. It's not only that I proclaim his righteousness, but the fact that I will proclaim his righteousness alone. Like you may want to justice, to get justice in your case, like humans are doing in the court, going into some processes, I don't know how they are called, to receive the justice that they deserve. But here it says that I will proclaim God's righteousness and his alone, like not my righteousness, but his righteousness. And there are two things we can mention here. The fact on the cross there was an exchange. my sin with righteousness. So I am right because of what Christ did for me. I'm righteous because of him. I'm righteous in him. That's one. And the other thing is not my way of bringing justice in my case, which sometimes may be impossible, like to make the circumstances be as they were and make perfect them, or having revenge on someone, which doesn't necessarily bring back or bring what I want or what somebody wants, but like his justice, his way, repaying in his way, in his way of doing. He has a way of doing justice that doesn't fit in your brain and in your like everything, because it's a heavenly, and it reveals him and what he can in the future, arranging circumstances and people, and your invest in God's kingdom and in people, and putting all together and repaying in a way that only he can, proclaiming God's justice. And it's awesome because he will not owe you, and he always gives in a world which is corrupt, not perfect because of sin. And in this circumstance, God puts to something amazing to repay you and to give you a future. And this for you every, always, in any situation, because we do not how God is about to reveal the just in our, but focusing on proclaiming his own way to do is the way to hope of all the time. So bless, and I trust that would be and is encouragement to you. Blessings.